Hello everyone and welcome to another tier list video. In this video I'm doing a tier list on every movie that came out in 2022 that I've watched. Also there's gonna be some shows in there. I didn't watch too many shows that came out this year, but you know, there's a couple good ones and might as well throw them in with all the other stuff I watched. So let's get right into it. We got best of the best. We got very nice, just like I really like these movies. Very nice movies. We got fine, which is like, you know, right in the middle. And then could have been better, which like it wasn't trash, like garbage, I'm gonna puke all over it, but it could have been better. And then this ain't it, Chief, where if I just did not care about the movie. I don't like it. I didn't think it was very good. Tell me some of your favorite movies in the comments below. There are a lot that I didn't see. Any movies that you don't see on this tier list, I'm sorry that they're not on here, but leave them in the comments. Maybe one day I'll eventually check them out. So let's get started right here. We got Barbarian, and we're gonna kick this list off hot because, oh my god, I freaking love this movie. There is one other movie that has given me a feeling that Barbarian gave me, and that was Malignant. And if you know me, and you've watched some of my streams, or you just like have heard me talk about Malignant, I freaking love Malignant. There's just so much wackiness to it that I just fell in love with it, and Barbarian is just like that. Justin Long's in it, pretty cool. Freaking Bill Skarsgård's in it, and then the lead actress Georgina Campbell, which I haven't seen her in like anything, not that I know of, but she did amazing in it. So the three main actors in this movie did a great job. Barbarian is going in best of the best. And next we got Beast. I kind of forgot this movie came out. I like Idris Elba a lot, but I just felt kind of bored watching it. This ain't it, Chief, man. Like, I didn't really care. I didn't really have any feelings toward it. I feel like not a lot of people cared about this movie because I haven't heard much about it. You know, it just goes in this ain't it, Chief. But, you know, if I'm being generous, I'd say bottom of could have been better. But just because I feel like we're not going to have very many This Ain't It Chiefs, so I'm going to put that one in there. So sorry. And next we have Black Phone, another contender for best of the best, but, you know, I wouldn't say best of the best. Barbarian, I love that movie way more than Black Phone, but Black Phone is very nice. This movie ticked almost all the boxes for me. It wasn't too long, it got its story and point across, and it was a pretty interesting concept. The two lead kids in this movie do a great job, along with Ethan Hawke, who plays the grabber. I just thought this movie was pretty good overall. We have Day Shift, starring Jamie Foxx, my boy. I love Jamie Foxx. And this was on my top 10 horror movies on Netflix that I posted about like a couple months ago. I really like this movie. I don't think it's like groundbreaking. I just, you know, I think it's a lot of fun, just plain and simple like that. So I'm gonna put Day Shift and very nice. And now we have Don't Worry Darling, and this movie kind of surprised me. I heard all about the drama or whatever the hell was going on with this. I didn't really care. My friend who went to go see it told me like kind of what it was about, you know, the gist of it. I thought maybe, just maybe, I'll add it to my watch list. And I watched it, and you know what? It was totally fine. I didn't hate it. I did not think it was going to keep my attention whatsoever, but hey, you know, props to Don't Worry Darling. I thought it was pretty fun. There's a twist in there that I didn't really see coming, but maybe it's because I wasn't paying too much attention, so maybe that's on me, but I thought, you know, it's a pretty interesting movie, so it goes in fine. Now we have our first show, and we have Euphoria, and I know a lot of people love Euphoria. Twitter goes crazy about Euphoria. I love Zendaya, and I can't even remember a lot of the characters' names, I'm going to be real with you. I watched season 1, liked it enough to watch season 2, but I swear, as much as I think this show is pretty good, I can't remember crap about it. I think both seasons only kind of really get interesting towards like the last few episodes, but I think it's a very quality show, and just probably I'm not the target audience for it, but it goes and could have been better, but maybe if I had a better memory of what all happened, it would go in fine. And then now we have this abomination, Halloween Ends. It's not garbage. It's not This Ain't It, Chief. It goes and could have been better because it could have been better. It's not what I don't think anyone really thought it was going to be, you know. Michael Myers versus Laurie Strode. It's the end, the final showdown. How are we going to send this franchise off into a bang before it gets rebooted again? Just focus on a new character that just got introduced. I don't know why. If you've seen multiple reviews of this movie, they're probably all somewhat similar. It's like, what the hell? Why is Corey there? We want more Michael Myers. He's just this old dude that's getting beat up. I don't want to spoil it, but you probably have already heard so much about this movie. It goes and could have been better. Now we have Jackass Forever, which I kind of forgot it came out in 2022. It feels like such a last year kind of movie, but this came out in like February, so that probably explains it. This was actually my first Jackass movie I've ever watched. I've always heard about it, I've seen some clips, I knew Johnny Knoxville and Steve-O, but what really got me to watch this movie was the whole match with Sami Zayn at WrestleMania this year. So much fun. I went and checked out all the Jackass movies. I got Paramount Plus just to see this movie, and it was a blast. They all look like they're having so much fun just dicking around with each other. So Jackass Forever has a soft spot in my heart. It might not be, you know, a movie, but, you know, it's Jackass. You can't help but love it. And I'm gonna put Jackass just a little bit above Day Shift. Day Shift was a lot of fun, but Jackass just holds a special little place in my heart. Jackass Forever was very nice. Next up is Jurassic World Dominion, the third of the Chris Pratt Jurassic World franchise, whatever park, I don't know. Dinosaurs are cool. A lot of people didn't really care for this from what I saw, but honestly, I just like seeing the old legacy characters and the new characters meet up. I know a lot of movies are doing that, but I don't know, just something about Jurassic World Dominion, I kind of liked it. I didn't think it was super great, but it was pretty good. And now we have Moonfall, which I saw Moist Critical's review of this. I knew what I was getting myself into. I knew it was going to be ridiculous. I knew it was going to kind of be all over the place. And I sort of liked it. It just, I don't know. I like Patrick Wilson. I like Halle Berry. I thought it was going to be a fine movie, but it just felt, it was like 2 hours long. A whole side plot with like Patrick Wilson's son probably could have been cut. If you've seen it, you know what I mean. But yeah, it goes and could have been better. I thought it was alright, nothing too special. There's a lot of disaster movies out there that are better. And now we have Morbius. Morbius, what were we gonna do with you? All the memes were running wild this year, and I am a sucker for Morbius memes. I tell you what, I am a Morbhead through and through. A lot of people hate on this movie, and that's where all the memes came from, the $3 more billion. And honestly, it's not a bad movie whatsoever. It's not great by any means. Jared Leto as like a emotionless vampire superhero, and you get what you get. But low-key, I don't tell anybody. I watched this movie probably about 11 times. Once on Netflix, well, maybe twice on Netflix, I kind of forgot. And then 10 or 9, whatever the hell, other times someone was streaming it on Twitch, because that was like a running thing for like 2 weeks. Morbius goes in fine. Yeah, I kind of like Morbius better than Euphoria, Moonfall, Halloween Ends. The memes, beautiful. He can morb out in the fine tier. Next up, we got Nope. I think it's like 50-50. Like, half the people that watched it kind of understood the meaning and what it was going for. It was like, wow, this is great. And the other half didn't really understand. I was like, wow, this is kind of a nothing movie. It was just kind of weird and all over the place. I'm definitely in the half that didn't really get it, but since I've watched reviews and podcasts, shout out to the Dead Meat podcast, on this movie, I didn't hate it because I didn't understand it. I actually enjoyed it regardless of me understanding the full message it was trying to send. So I'm gonna put Nope above Don't Worry Darling, and you know what, I'm probably gonna put it above Jurassic World Dominion. The 3 main characters for this movie, I loved them each. I thought they all did good, Keke Palmer especially. I don't really know how to describe it. I just thought it was a pretty okay movie. And next up is Orphan First Kill, and oh my gosh, I was not expecting this movie to be super great. Like, I expected to like it, but I liked it way more than I thought I would. So this is a prequel to Orphan, which, if you don't know, there's a twist in that, and if you haven't seen it, go watch it. But Orphan First Kill, you expect to know everything about Esther and whatnot, but then there's a twist in there that completely comes out of nowhere. At least for me, I thought it was like, wow, like my mouth dropped, dude. It just caught me off guard, and it's not the biggest twist, it's not the biggest masterpiece, but in my opinion, Orphan First Kill goes in the very nice tier. And now we have our second show of the list. We got Peacemaker, John Cena, such a freaking good actor. People think of him as like the buff guy, wrestler turned actor. All due respect to The Rock and Batista, he is my favorite wrestler turned actor. Since it was a show and it had a lot more to give, hey Barbarian, come on, I'm sorry. I'm gonna put it right above Barbarian. Both of them are probably tied for how much I like enjoyed it. Peacemaker, just like emotional, the action was great, the comedy was great, just the whole story, the way it wrapped together, and just every episode was a blast. With a lot of shows, there's always at least like 2 or 3 episodes that are somewhat on like the dull or boring, and like, hey, we're gonna just describe things to you to get you caught up. Peacemaker, I don't remember a single dull episode. Banger opening theme song. John Cena's great. All the other cast members are great as well. I don't think, like I said, a dull moment appears. Go watch Peacemaker on HBO Max. I promise it'll be worth it. And if you come in my comments saying it wasn't that good, you overhyped it, I swear to God, I will come. Up next, we got Scream. Scream 5. It came out in January, I believe. First horror movie of the year, I want to say. I mean, there's probably some, like, smaller ones, but, like, the first big horror movie to come out this year. Horror had a great year, like, in 2022. I am not gonna lie. That's why a lot of the movies on this tier list are horror. While I don't think it was a masterpiece, it just, I don't know, it just hit in all the right spots. I'm gonna put it in the best of the best. So Scream 5, it had, like I said earlier, your legacy characters, introduced some new characters, and I loved them all. David Arquette, Courtney Cox, Neve Campbell, all did a great job. And then all the new characters they introduced, I just loved them all. I thought they were each given, you know, a little bit of a personality, and then if they got killed, it's like, oh man, I kind of like that dude. So I just think Scream 5 just hits all the right notes for me, and that's why it's going in best of the best. And Scream 6 is coming out in like March 2023, so you know I'm gonna be seeing that when it comes out. And now we have Smile, another movie that I did not think I would like as much, but then reviews came in, and I'm like, okay, maybe it's worth checking out. I'm gonna put Smile probably not in best of the best, even though I really did like it. I'm gonna put Smile maybe above Black Phone, maybe under. I think above Black Phone for me, even though they're both pretty good. Smile just goes a whole different direction than like cheesy, oh yeah, Smile, if you see it, you're dead. It has so much more than just basic horror movie. It has like some in-depth stuff about like mental health and how people feel. Just go watch Smile. It's pretty scary too. I didn't think I'd get spooked quite a bit, but there are some scares in there, believe you me. And now we have Sonic 2. And I know a couple of my friends watching, and maybe a few of you viewers at home are gonna hate me for this, but Sonic 2. Oh my goodness. I was so freaking just filled with joy. I'm gonna put it under all the horror, because the horror just hits me right in the feels. Sonic hits me right in the feels as well, but I'm more of a horror guy than like, you know, cartoon adventure guy. But Sonic the Hedgehog 2, what a banger freaking movie. Peak cinema. I went to go see it with my friend Bleps, who flew down to hang out with me for a week. We got to go see this in theaters. It's just such a fun adventure, and there's some stuff in there that's like, yeah, it's oh my god, cringe, but it is kind of targeted towards kids in a way. So I can, you know, I could put it past them. Like in the first Sonic where he flosses and stuff, I could look past that. Kids are gonna go like, oh my gosh, Fortnite dance. You got Jim Carrey back as Dr. Robotnik. He did a great job. And then you got Knuckles, Idris Elba. The way he started this video is like, dang, Idris, what the hell? But then he comes back hard as Knuckles in Sonic 2, baby. I just have a smile spread across my face. Go see Sonic 2. It's on Paramount Plus, not hashtag ad or any crap like that. But it is just such a fun movie. And now we have Stranger Things Season 4. And it falls kind of under the same boat as Euphoria, where I kind of forgot a lot that happened. It's going in fine. Stranger Things Season 4, it was alright. You got Vecna, you got, you know, the Chrissy wake up stuff. I'm kind of blanking on some of the moments. I just know it was pretty good. I'm not a hardcore Stranger Things fan. Me and my friend Best watched it, like binge watched it all, like season 1 through 4 within a week. And a lot of the moments kind of blend together in my head, so maybe that's on me. But yeah, end of the day, Stranger Things 4, not a huge Stranger Things guy. I think it's pretty good though, so it's going in fine. And now we have another movie that surprised me. Again, another movie that's kind of targeted towards kids. The DC League of Super Pets. I thought this was gonna be like, oh, gonna be a lot of fart jokes. It's gonna be like Minions, but there's superhero animals. But hell, Super Pets? Pretty banger movie, I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't best of the best worthy, you know, it's not Sonic the Hedgehog 2 level, but Super Pets was just fun. It was fun, not super crazy fun, but it just blew my expectations out of the water, you know. I'm very happy that I enjoy this movie. The Rock does great. John Krasinski's Superman, which that's cool, you know. Hey, he's had a year of playing superheroes. So yeah, this movie, pretty solid. It goes at the bottom of very nice. Now we're almost done. I feel like this video's been dragging, but I don't know what I'll cut out in editing and all that crap. But we got Texas Chainsaw Massacre. A lot of people tore this movie to shreds, not with the chainsaw, just with their harsh words and reviews. This movie was pretty good. I go more in depth on it in my top 10 Netflix horror movies, so if you want to hear more about my thoughts on Texas Chainsaw Massacre and why I think it's better than what a lot of people think it is, then go check that out. But yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you know what, actually, I'm doing Nope a disservice by putting Texas Chainsaw Massacre above it. It's going under Nope, but still, it's a fun movie. It's just stupid. And now we have The Batman. A lot of people on Twitter says this is like the best movie of the year, and you could not be more wrong. The Batman just... I like Batman. He's probably my favorite DC guy. I'm not a big DC dude, but frickin' Peacemaker and the new Suicide Squad, not Will Smith's Suicide Squad. Sorry, Will. I'm becoming more of a DC guy, but Batman did not help with that. It's pretty dark and gloomy, but then again, it's Batman, so yeah, I'll give him that. But yeah, Robert Pattinson, who I think does a pretty good job. I'm not saying he's crap Batman, garbage. He's pretty good at Batman, but he's like an emo, like depressed Bruce Wayne, but then again, his parents are dead, so I can see why people like Robert Pattinson. But really, this movie is like almost 3 hours long or something. I already forgot. This movie is just like, sorry, Bleps, it's just like Dune for me, where everyone's hyped, yada, yada, yada. It's so good. I know it came out in 2021, but I wanted to do a rant on Dune for so long, because I hate Dune so freaking much. Dune sucked ass. I always gotta shit on Dune. That's my It's my heart and joy right there. But yeah, the Batman, I called it the Midman for some time, and I stand by that. I also don't remember what the hell happened in this movie. I know the Riddler's like trying to flood the city because fuck you. But yeah, Batman's going probably under Moonfall. I'd rather watch Patrick Wilson try to stop the moon from falling out of orbit than, you know, emo Batman just moping around and kicking people. And now we got They Slash Them, a movie that kind of flew under the radar. When I first heard the premise and I saw the trailer, I was like, wow, they're gonna do a horror movie about killing off like LGBTQ kids? It's like, oof. But Kevin Bacon's in it, so that's cool. I'll give it a watch. And it's not like that at all. They're not really harsh towards them. I mean, the bad people are, because, you know, obviously you gotta, like, you know, they're bad. It's a decent slasher movie. Not really much to say. They're, like, pushing that you gotta be who you are and don't let anybody change you and you can do this. And that's a good message to have. Kevin Bacon and the camp counselors are kind of brutal, especially Kevin Bacon, like one scene with a dog. Oh, that was a tense scene. So I'll give They Slash Them that. It has Kevin Bacon. I thought it did what it wanted to do. It didn't really force anything. And I like some of the characters too. There's a few characters I really enjoyed watching them, you know, go through their evolution of like, hey, I am who I am. Very average movie. I don't want to ramble on for too much longer. Screw it. I'd watch They Slash Them again over the Batman. I hate the rag on Batman because it wasn't as bad as I'm making it out to be, but I just did not like it. And now to finish off our list, we got X. And I heard a lot of talk about this movie. I did not see it when it first came out. I waited till just recently to watch it. And I think my expectations kind of got in the way of how much I enjoyed it, because like people were really talking up this movie. I even watched the kill count for it because I already heard like a review, you know, a podcast. I already knew what was coming, but it looked like a bunch of fun. And it was a bunch of fun. I don't know. I really thought it was going to be something more. I probably just did it to myself, so that's not the movie's fault. I think it's a very good movie. Jenna Ortega, again, is in this movie. She was great in Scream. Prefer her in Scream than this movie. She didn't really have too much to do, so I'm probably gonna put X. I think it wasn't as much dumb fun as Texas Chainsaw. It was more of like, it knew to not take itself too seriously, and there's some pretty good kills, pretty good, you know, antagonists like the old couple. And I haven't seen Pearl, so maybe like watching Pearl will be like, oh, nice backstory, and maybe that would elevate X. But I don't know, X just, I don't really feel as hyped about it as a lot of people did, and that's totally okay. You're allowed to be excited for whatever movie you like. Like, if you like the Batman, I'm glad you like the Batman. Be sure to like and subscribe. Share this tier list with your friends. You know, if they're like, yeah, I told you Batman sucked, you know, share it to them and tell them that you're right and they're wrong. Batman was mid. I keep ragging on Batman. I'm sorry. If you like it, that's cool. But I will see you all in the next video. Thank you for coming with me on this tier list journey. I'm going to do some more tier lists and lists like that because I just think they're easy to make, and I like talking about my opinion. You know, that's what the internet's for. Voicing your opinion. Unless you're Kanye West. Don't listen to him. He's weird. Goodbye.